AI has been in the mainstream these last few years and it's been taking over. And musicians have been scared. What if it replaces producers and rappers get their beats from AI? Well, to be honest, it hasn't happened yet. But on the flip side, what if a producer can replace a rapper? Last year, there was a huge boom of fake songs where you could make your own lyrics and then take the voice of a famous artist and make it your own. Something like this.
I'ma bust it, I'ma hit, I'ma have to bust the clip. I'ma bust it, I'ma hit, I'ma have to bust the clip.
I mean, that does definitely sound like Drake. And as you can imagine, labels cracked down on that ASAP. But now I'm seeing a new trend of producers remixing old songs.
Man, I hate this phone. Kiss my teeth when I hear the ringtone.
Making it into something new.
Kiss my teeth when I hear the ringtone.
Getting traction on TikTok and then releasing it on streaming platforms and making money. I don't think there's ever been such a massive boom of remixes. It's completely changing the game because it's making the producer self-sufficient and they're able to release music and become the artist. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to remix a song using AI and completely make it your own. So this is the freestyle that I'm gonna be using.
Street, some plastic and some chrome. I'm old school like classics. I love a one-on-one, but I can play gun on gun. Some talk a good game, but they ain't practice.
This is a Wiley versus Kano clash from like 2004 or 2006. Super nostalgic for me because I remember watching this, being super gassed and just talking about this in the playground. It was like breaking news. But I think this will work sick because there's so much energy in this. First things first, we're gonna need the vocals. And the way I'm gonna be able to get the vocals and separate it out from the track, because as you can hear,
cool. And they won't clap the tool. I'll clap.
It's got the instrumental already underneath it. I wanna extract the vocals away from that. I'm gonna be using a tool called lowloud.ai. It's the best AI tool that I've found to separate out the stems. It's as easy as first selecting what kind of separation you want. I wanna go for the vocal and instrumental because I want the vocal. And then just dragging your audio file. It uploads. And then once it's done, it will give you the preview. So let's hear how that sounds.
Alarms, you know the drill. Entire crew armed, you know the drill. Bring
Clean.
it. If you wanna play, you know, but we'll build.
And then it's also got the instrumental. I don't think I'm gonna need anything from the instrumental, but here's how that sounds. So I'm gonna just hit process the entire file. Once it's done that, we can go ahead and download the vocal. Got the vocal pulled up now in Logic. I think the BPM is like 146, so let's change it to that.
I see the chance, and they never see me run from it. I'm advanced. Sure for any weapon at any chance.
Now, this is a 17-minute clip. I definitely don't want all of this. I think it's the second round which I like.
Be a Mac crew on a level. Kano couldn't screw me on a level. I'm a pro.
All right, that's the bit that I want. I want it from that section. I'm also just gonna change my channel strip settings to my vocal chain. Now let's just structure this out a little bit. I wanna start with Kano's verse.
Down, and I told you before.
Level now, make it stack. No, sit her down. Can't knows anybody round and get young around. And I take it to another level. This I don't need a car.
All right, this is my favorite part.
I'm from the hood, but it's just home. And
Ain't no place like home, sweet home. That's gonna slap once you play that as the first part. So let's chop that, come back to that section.
Home, there's a whole heap of heat on the street. Some plastic and some chrome.
And I love the fact that it's got like braps and everything in the background. There's a bit that goes crazy in the background where everyone's cheering. I think we've gotta get rid of that. That's gonna sound a bit too crazy. Some parts of the vocals as well is a little bit off time. So we're gonna turn on flex, then we're gonna adjust the audio so it's just in time.
Some plastic and some chrome. I'm from the hood, but it's just home. And ain't no place like home.
I put it in time as best as I could, but I don't wanna change it too much so it's unnatural. I think this would be nice if we slowed this down. Let's try like 137 BPM.
I'm from the hood, but it's just home. And ain't no place like home, sweet home. There's a whole heap of heat on the street.
I've got this really nice jazzy piano here. I think it's gonna fit the vibe perfectly, but I don't want that pattern, so let's chop it up. I've put my sample in Serato sample, and I've assigned the key to a couple of chops. So I just wanna find like a nice pattern to go with it. Towards the end, I want a bit of variation though. With the vocals and the melody now, this is what we got.
I'm from the hood, but it's just home. And ain't no place like home, sweet home. There's a whole heap of heat on the street. Some plastic and some chrome.
Yeah, that's sounding nice so far. Let's add a bit more to the melody. I'm definitely hearing a saxophone. I really like that trill sound. And then we'll just put a bit of reverb on that so it floats a little bit more. And then maybe in the second half, we can add in a bit more of the sax. I think it's a guitar, like a guitar wow or something like that. And I think that would sound really nice towards the end. Maybe even some vocals would go nice on this. So this is like a nice airy vocal chop that we got here. So I'm just gonna cut that out and mute that first section. What could be really cool as well is just turning this into an audio file. And then in this one, reverse it so it kind of just like gradually builds into that. So to make this easier, I've consolidated all my audio tracks into one file. So now it's here. And then all these ones, I'm just gonna hide it just so it doesn't take up so much space, it gets confusing after a while. For the beginning,
I'm from the hood, but it's just home. And ain't no place like home, sweet home.
I think that sounds solid, but maybe we could switch it up here.
And I'll be where 50 Cent beat in a club with no bub, just some Hennessy.
Maybe just like, let's see how it sounds reversed. So I'm just gonna chop everything there, hit region, and then reverse it.
And I'll be where 50 Cent beat in a club with no bub, just some Hennessy. I'm bad as a weed, I'm bad breed.
That is so vibey. I like that. Let's keep that. Step 2, let's add some drums on top of this now. I'm gonna add a hi-hat from my Trap Essentials kit. I'm thinking though that it would be cool to layer it with like maybe a shaker. So now we've got 2 layered. Let's turn down the hi-hat a bit. I think I'll have the shaker more prominent. So let's add in a rim, and there's a particular rim that I want to use. If you know this song, Pushing P by Gunna, there's a sick rim shot in there, and I just don't remember what the rim shot is called or where to find it. So I'm just gonna take it directly from this song. So here's how it sounds.
Partners in the paddock in my piece. I'm pushing P. Cop new hammers for my P. We don't want no peace.
I need that rim shot for this beat. Same process that I used to separate the stems of the vocals, I'm gonna do it with that beat. Let's drag the audio into Lao Lao. The vocal and instrumental split is not what we want, because if we get the instrumental, we're gonna get the 808 and all the other sounds that come with it. So let's use the drums one. So for the drums now. So Lao Lao is not only good for just vocals, you can use it for drums, you can use it for synths, strings, winds. Sometimes I use those ones when I'm doing other remixes and I need like that synth sound or that chord sound. If you want to check it out and use it for your own remixes, then I've got a link in the description below. But go ahead and enjoy it. This is my go-to tool when it comes to separating out stems. So here is the track. Let's try and find like a clean take for the rim. I like that last rim right here. Just gonna zoom in a bit more, be a bit more accurate. Oh, that is clean. Maybe we can just EQ it up a little bit. Take out some of that low end. Perfect. I've bounced that rim shot in place. Now I can just drag it here, put it in the quick sampler, and I can use it as a MIDI now. Perfect. And then I'm just gonna quantize it so it's all in time. And then I just wanna add a few more sounds, some perks, maybe an open hat, just to give it a little bit more bounce, a little bit more rhythm, make it sound full. I wanna add in a sound that brings it back to like the grime element. Got this grime back like years ago from when I first started producing, maybe on Reddit or somewhere. It's got all those classic sounds. I think that sound would be sick. Let's put that in, that snare. We need to add in a bass now. I'm gonna go for a bass guitar. Got this one that sounds really realistic. So I've got all my sounds arranged out here. I think what could be cool is, first of all, if we had like a straight on drop here, because I want to emphasize the no place like home, sweet home. So let's just get rid of these sounds. And then in this section at the end, where it gets really busy and there's like a crazy bar.
Baby.
It's really hard to hear what he says, but you can hear like the energy in the room. So I'm just gonna duplicate it down. And then what we're gonna do is have like a telephone effect. Duplicate this plugin, the Pro Q3, and then let's use the telephone where it just EQs it out so it sounds like you're on the phone. And then Wiley's bit will come in. On Wiley's side, I'm gonna have pretty much the same kind of drum pattern. And then as for the bass line, I'll probably take it out in this section, keep it here, take it out in that section. I just finished up the remix. It sounds crazy. This is what we got now.
I'm from the hood, but it's just home, and ain't no place like
Home, sweet home.
There's a whole heap of heat on the street, some plastic and some chrome. I'm old school like classics, I love a one-on-one, but I can play gun and gun. Some talk a good game, but they ain't practical, and they won't clap the.
And then we have this section where it reverses.
In the club with no buff, just some Hennessy. I'm bad as a weed, I'm bad breed. Watch your back if you say you're ahead of me. Come back, be prepared, just know that. I ain't scared, just know that. I bust through the little holes in it, creps like your toes out, so your little holes mine is step.
Crazy.
Once I start, I can't hold back. Who's gonna hold me back once I start? You crazy? I'll shut you up with a dum-dum, you baby.
I love like the raps and the reactions in the background. It keeps it real. And then Wiley's turn. Insane. That came out nice. That's a vibe. I'm gonna test it on TikTok and just see what happens. You might be thinking, what about the copyright? Technically, you can't just post it on Spotify and start monetizing straight away because you haven't cleared the vocal. But there's nothing from stopping you from posting it on places like TikTok or SoundCloud for discovery. And who knows, it could just go viral and you could have opportunities come from it, like Slippery Haze. He remixed a Next Up freestyle into a hood trap beat.
OFB Next Up remix that I posted to TikTok, it gathered like 440,000 views, and it's now officially released on Spotify. And guess what? I'm an official artist on the track.
Or even another producer called Ryder who was taking Skepta vocals and then putting it on a guitar and then turning it into a genre. I think they were calling it like Skeptacore. And that led to him making a whole entire EP with Skepta. So you just never know where it may lead you. Before, I talked about if AI could replace producers. And I actually tested the limits of AI to see if it could make me a hit song. And the results, I can't lie, were a bit shocking. If you want to see that, then make sure you click this video right here.